brothers and the occasional sister joining us today. Strawberries, bloody good tucker. Pickled onions, great. If you're not in a relationship with somebody sharing the same bed, they're awesome. How you doing? I have been very misleading and I have made a lot of statements that are false, and I have made a lot of mistakes as a YouTuber through the years about many things, and that's part of our journey, isn't it? We all do. And in the search of truth to find out what's best for health, for mind, for body, for living, for life, I've opened my big mouth and said things that have been incorrect. I'm not here to say sorry, I'm just here to say that I'm forever trying to correct myself with lots of things. Well, I guess I am saying sorry in a fashion. Maybe I'm just saying, hey, bear with me. I'm a work in progress. I'm an experiment. Our life's an experiment, and you're the same. We go along, we think we've found something, and on my search for a cure for cancer and a search for heart disease, on the journeys I've had with both of those, I've made mistakes along the way, but I've also found things that work. And one of the things that's worked for me is following the science. And these days, if something isn't science-based, with long-term studies and hard endpoints, I don't follow it. Anyway, excuse me for a moment, I've got to put the stuff in the fridge. That's my compost, and I always get an avocado growing in it. Finally, I'm getting a pole shed built on the farm here, because we don't have any place for storage. I'm just going to go and see how the boys are getting on. Anyway, things that I have been wrong, one of them has been the word curable. When I got cancer 5 years ago and they told me it was curable, I thought curable meant, you know, you were cured forever, but actually curable in the medical term means no disease for 5 years. So if someone tells you that your cancer's curable, then this means you might get 5 years if you're lucky. Well, I'm coming up to 5 years now and I've just had my bloods and I'm still here. But that's not to say that I ain't going to come back tomorrow, because it's in remission. And I'm cool with that, and I'm also ready to face my my maker when the day comes. But I'm going to die differently to how a lot of people I know have died of cancer. I'm going to die on my own terms, because I'm living on my own terms, and I'm not going to have one of these assisted suicides or assisted deaths if my organs start, you know, getting full of tumours and I go on that slippery slope and I'm dying. I've seen a lot of people die, and I've seen a lot of people die good, and I've seen a lot of people die bad. I'm going to die just how my granddad died. I'm going to starve myself to death. It's easy. Granddad took 13 days. He was a bit longer than it should have taken, because he's a tough old cunt, but he hung in there longer he should have. I remember my dad was patting his lips with a cotton bud, because his lips were cracking up, because Granddad wasn't drinking as well, and all the lips cracked. And Granddad was like trying to suck the water out. Dad was like, for fuck's sake, just drink some water, have a glass. And he was like, no. And that's exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put the responsibility of my death in somebody else's hands. I think that's bullshit. I've taken responsibility for my heart disease, I've taken responsibility for my cancer, I've taken responsibility for all my own fuck-ups, and I'm taking responsibility for my own death. Anyway, let's have a look at this. This is fucking beautiful. They've got all of them just sitting in there. They put the holes in yesterday, this is my pole shed, and now they're like bracing each one before they get ready to pour the concrete. How beautiful is that? That pole shed, I have worked my butt off to be able to afford to build that, and it's been something which I started saving for when I bought the property 3 years ago, and I started putting each weekend just $30 aside for it. Do the maths on that. Then I sold some music and got a bit more money come in, because I'm a musician. One of my songs, Toyota Land Cruiser, I started funneling all the revenue from Toyota Land Cruiser into the account, because that's on Spotify, and all the funds of my Toyota Land Cruiser. So the goal is one day I own a Land Cruiser, like a V8, and I poke it into that shed. That's my saving plan, and that's where we're at. It's expensive, bloody expensive. Just that pad so far has cost me nearly 20 grand, because there's a lot of water in that gully. I've had to build it up and engineer it. It's all done with the council, but it's going to happen. Anyway, that's bloody good. I want to share that with you. So that's something I want to talk about with you guys that have terminal illness. If you're listening to me, if you're in hospital somewhere, or you got some disease, you got two choices. You can just hand yourself over to doctors and get procedures and take drugs and do that, or you can take responsibility for yourself, but also use the doctors and the medical profession to help you on your way. There's two types of illness. There's acute and there's chronic. you've got chronic condition, like I've got a chronic condition here, I've got constant pain in this fucking hip because I had a motorbike accident when I was 18, and all the nerves have been sliced, and it keeps me awake each night. That's probably why I developed diseases. One of the reasons, because not the main reason, but I have a lot of sleep deprivation through pain, so that's possibly why I got sick, because you need sleep for replacing cells, repair and replenish, and I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm not saying it's the main reason, it's possibly one of the reasons. So that particular accident there happened when I was 18. I went upside a barbed wire fence and it just completely opened up all of my leg down here and also around here. But the other thing I did was I stood on this leg here and I stomped the other one like that, playing music for the 3,159 concerts in Europe when I was a musician playing music over there. I worked bloody hard. I played so many shows every night, and that made the spine go on an angle. So you have chronic conditions, and then you have acute problems. Like if you have a heart attack, that's acute. If I have an acute problem, I want to be in hospital, I want to be on the operating table, and I want them to cut me open and fix it up. If I have a chronic condition like heart disease, or something like this leg here, then I want to fix the causation of it, get to the causation. As far as the leg having nerve damage, the causation is so difficult to fix because it's nerve damage, and nerves, even coding can't really get on top of it. I hurt all the time. I'm not bitching about it, it's just the reality. So that's part of life, you've got to endure pain, don't you? So I endure that, and I try to manage it as best I can. And that's what it's about. A lot of things are not fixable. A lot of things in life aren't fixable. We always got this thing, you've got to fix it. We've got COVID, oh, we've got to fix it. COVID's in the community, we've got to do mandates, we've got to do masks, we've got to do vaccinations, we've got to fix it. No, you can't fix that shit. It's a microbe that is so small. Those little blue masks everybody's wearing, they're about 8 microns thick. Like the holes, the gaps. COVID's 1. So it's going to go through that shit. You're not going to stop that shit traveling. It's going to get into your eyes, get into your nose. We've always got this thing where we've got to fix shit. We can't fix shit. What we can do is we can manage it. See, if I was in charge of that pandemic, I would have done it completely different. What I would have done was I said, okay, this is what you've got to do to get your immune system really functioning. You're still going to get COVID. The vaccine may help if you've got some comorbidities. It may help. I'm not saying it's not going to help. But also, what about all the other things? You've got to get sunlight every day, so you get your vitamin D. You've got to get your micronutrients. I would say that you've got to get involved with your community and talk to people. You've got to have lots of love and good sex and good exercise every day. I would say drink lots of good water. I'd say watch some comedy, so you have lots of laughter, so all the stress in your life dissipates. It's bloody hard to have stress when you're laughing your head off at something. I would say get your diet really like tip top. Eliminate all sugar and eat good tucker every day. Whole foods, nuts, seeds, legumes, vegetables, fish that's fresh, eggs, all the stuff that's the good tucker. You know, the stuff that's gonna, if you're gonna eat something that's from the shop, just read the packet and make sure it hasn't got any shit in it. To give your immune system the best chance it can. So when you get COVID, you can handle it. And get the vaccine if you want to get the memory, was it mRNA vaccine. If you want to get that, get it. But don't make it, you've got to get it, because that's only a small part. And let's face it, it didn't stop the spread at all. It never was going to. And as far as mask wearing going, waste of time, complete waste of time. Unless you're wearing an N93 mask. But not these surgical masks. Surgical masks are actually meant for doctors, so when they're working on somebody, they're not spitting on them, or if a bit of blood comes out, it doesn't go in their mouth. I would say, if I was in control of that, which I'm not, I would say make sure that you do lots of things that make you feel good, in the sense of exercise, relationships, getting a good sleep, getting the sunlight in your eyes, getting out hunting with your dogs, or kicking a ball around with your child, or things that make you feel good on a wholesome level. Not indulging in the things that make you feel good, like drugs and alcohol and a hedonistic life. Go after the things that make you feel good about who you are. That will really boost your immune system. That'll get your immune system up, so when you come in contact with the virus, whatever it is, even if it's just a common cold, you smash it over. And this approach, we didn't hear anything about this during that time when there was this virus travelling around. We only heard about don't have contact and get this drug in your body and maybe isolate and we'll be okay. But that doesn't work. There's no such thing as fixing lots of things, but there is such a thing as managing them, and that's the point I'm trying to make here. If you get an illness, you get something, sometimes you may not be able to cure it, but you can manage it. And remember the word cure. I always thought that cure meant fix forever. It doesn't. In medical terms, I found out when it came to cancer that it's 5 years. You get 5 years and we'll take it from there. So old Clay's here 5 years later. Got my PSA done the other day, 0. Got my inflammatory markers, pretty low. Now, I've still got a lot of things wrong with me, but I'm going in the right direction now, I hope. And if things turn pear-shaped, I'll take responsibility for it myself and punch my own ticket. I won't leave that to someone else. Anyway, that's a Brochick today. Gonna cook a feed up here. I'm hungry. One of the things that actually increases life, the only proven thing actually ever, is all the papers I've read, and I'm mad into reading science papers these days. The only proven thing is actually that shows to increase your lifespan and your wellness is actually fasting. Is actually caloric and what they call it, restricting your calories. Yeah. So to cut your food down. They do it with rats, it works, and do it with people, it works. Because we all eat too much. So think about that. When you're in a fasted state, and I know because I used to do 1 meal a day, you feel good. But also you've also got to make sure that what you're putting in your body isn't damaging your endothelial. It's really helping you build up your immune system, and it's those micronutrients that you need to get it going. If you've got cancer, you want to be eating lots of mushrooms. If you've actually got cancer, this is what you really want to eat. Turkey tail. A lot of good science on that. I don't use a lot of supplements. I do sometimes use zinc, because zinc's good for men and women. I do use selenium because there's not enough of it in our soil. I have one of those a day. B12 on an empty stomach occasionally. One that I do have every day is CoQ10. That really helps the mitochondria and boosts the heart. We stop producing CoQ10 while we slow down by the time we get to 40. And so that's a really good thing to have. But other than that there, I make my own, but I also buy, that's apple cider vinegar. I have a little bit of that. It balances the pH level. And as far as heart disease goes, I'm only just sharing, this is not everything, I'm just sharing some of the things. Some of the homemade stuff I use. Hawthorn berry, very good for vasodilation. In my fridge, lots of vegetables, and that's just some of it. Stuff in the garden, cauliflower, yams that I grow myself, grapes that I buy from my mate Jared at the Marpur vegetable store, pineapple, because who the fuck doesn't like pineapple? Is there anybody out there who doesn't like pineapple? Really nice. And coriander, oh mate, coriander, check it out. It's great on the barbecue. A few slices of venison and coriander, you're going to love that. Brothers, have a great day, and I'll catch you next Brochick Club video. I'm going to be doing a few of these lately because I'm not posting much on my main channel anymore. It's pumping along without me dribbling on, and let's face it, the Brochick Club is a channel that's for me to talk to you so you can write your comments so I can learn from you. I'm doing this to get stuff from you guys, obviously, but also hopefully that I can share something that's of value to you as well. I really appreciate your comments, I really do. It means a lot. The reason for making these videos is maybe I get some more really valuable information from one of you that can say something that I never knew, or just give me another twist, another reality, because I've only got my version of reality and you've got your version of reality, and they're quite different. Now punch out this day, and you guys have a great day too. And go steady. Go steady. See you later. Well, a hunting life is a mighty fine life, up on the hill with your dog and knife. A hunting life's a mighty fine life for me. Tomorrow we're going hunting. Happy days. See ya.